past birth. Ideas of past birth. Satyas related to past birth. Karma, punya, papa, all is only to give you liberation. The whole Agamas, Paramashiva revealed from the face called Ishana, liberating face, Anugraha Mubha, the face in charge of Anugraha, liberation. He gave Agamas. Vedas are pure science, Agamas are applied science, and understand from this context, see the karma theory. I should not use the word theory. The Satyas related to karma and Satyas related to past birth, Satyas related to the future. I can help you to map each of these great truths. Actually, I wanted all of you to know one secret. Really, this is most important secret which I have not revealed. See, my Acharya and Guru, who taught me the fundamentals of Siddhanta and Vedanta, the Saiva Siddhanta and Vedanta, his name is Muduberum Pulavar Munaivar Panduranganar. He is my Purvashram grandfather also, means elder of my family. He is the elder of my family, my Purvashram grandfather also, and my Acharya, Guru for the basic Tamil literature, Saiva Siddhanta and Vedanta in Tamil. He used to teach me, I still remember, see, he will sit and teach me the Devaram and Tiruvasam is easier. Whenever I see him, I feel overflowing with gratitude because he gave me the whole Shastra Pramana. If he was absent in my life, I would have become some new age guru. Just with the Anubhuti, Atma Pramana, I would have just become some new age guru. If you are all listening to Shastra Pramana and Apta Pramana along with my Atma Pramana, he is sole responsible. Vidwan A. Panduranganar. He is sole responsible. I'll tell you exactly how he will do. In Tiruvannamalai temple, there is a Gopuram, Vallala Maharaja Gopuram. In that Gopuram, inside the Gopuram, one side, there used to be a shop selling all the prasadams. Actually, that owner, shop owner's son, was my classmate. We both studied together. Opposite side of that shop, a small room will be there. That's like an olden day studio, where the mic set and full setup for chanting the Devaram and Tiruvasagam, for singing Devaram and Tiruvasagam, full setup. Top of the tower, Vallala Maharaja Gopuram, used to be a loudspeaker. My Guru, Acharya, every day he will come to temple, open that room. That key of that room will be with him only. He will open that room very sincerely, morning and evening. He will come. Around 1 hour, he will chant, sing the Devaram Tiruvasakam with the traditional pun, means the traditional music. He will sing. I will have to sit with him, and whenever he has some throat itching, I will have to pour milk for him and give. Sometimes coffee also. There will be a kamandalu, the guja. So I will have to pour and give for him, help him. So I used to sit, that room was called Shiva Shiva Oli Mandapam. I am putting all these details in history, let it be there. I do not know now whether still that room exists or still that loudspeaker and all is there. Still that system is there or not, I don't know, but in those days it was there. If you lived in Tiruvannamalai during 70s and 80s, you will know, you will understand what I am talking. Every morning and evening, the Devaram Tiruvasakam recital will be there, which will be done by him in a very traditional musical way, without missing that pun and all the details. So, after singing, he will do class, like a teaching. That will not be relayed in the mic. Only the singing will be relayed in the loudspeaker. The class will not be relayed in the loudspeaker. That class, if people come, for example, if 10 people come to attend, he will do the class in Deepadarsana Mandapam in Tiruvannamalai. If only 5 people are coming for the class, he will go and sit in front of the Amman Sannidhi, the Dvajastamba Mandapam. In front of Amman Sannidhi, there is a Dvajastambam. In front there is a Mandapam. In front of that Mandapam, you will sit and teach. If some 30-40 people come, then he will go to the Kalyana Sundaranar Sannidhi and sit and teach. Many times nobody will come. Only he and me will be there. So he will sit in that same room, that Shiva Shiva Oli Mandapam, and teach. He has a unique way of teaching. While he is teaching me the Devaram and Tiruvasakam meaning, he will not just teach me the meaning, he will give so many philosophical inputs from Shaiva Siddhanta Shastras. He will give references, inputs, along with teaching the Devaram Tiruvasakam. He will make me understand the whole Shaiva Siddhanta Shastras and whole Vedanta Shastras. But how can the whole Shaiva Siddhanta Shastras are 14 books? It's called Siddhanta Satyaram 14. And Vedanta Shastras are 16 books as per the Koilur Mutt. Koilur Mutt had a syllabus, Vedanta Padam. It is 16 books. For Shaiva Siddhanta, Tiruvavaduduri Adinam had a syllabus. It's called Siddhanta Padam, Shaiva Siddhanta Satyarangal, that is 14 books. First, he has to teach me the 14 books of Shaiva Siddhanta and 16 books of Vedanta. Only then he will be able to quote from those books and give me the philosophical understanding. How to do? It becomes a very complex process. You can project it. And he has done an amazing work. Each Siddhanta Shastra, just in 3 pages, he has written an essence. Each Vedanta Shastra, the 16 book, just 3 page, 4 page, he has written the essence, like a Gita Sarattalat in that Vedanta Shastra, Koilur Mutt syllabus, Vedanta Padam. 16 books are there, Gita Sarattalat. That whole book essence he will write in 3 pages. Same way the Siddhanta Shastras. Essence of each book he will write in 3 pages or less than 5 pages. he will first make me read that 3-page and 5-page. Just 3 pages about each book. It is too easy. It's only 14 book Siddhanta, Saiva Siddhanta Shastras and 16 book Vedanta Shastras. So it's only 3 page about each book. I can easily read. Once, this is the Gopuram, Vallala Maharaja Gopuram. In this Gopuram only the two sides. One side the shop and the other side Shiva Oli Mandapam. Used to be there and used to take classes for me. See, whenever I narrate the incident, I wanted to put the whole place, time, date, every detail possible so that it is recorded in history. So, this is the Gopuram, the Vallala Maharaja Gopuram. That is, the deity is Vallala Maharaja's deity. The king who built this Gopuram, his deity only you are seeing. So listen, he will make me read that 3 page about each book, which becomes very easy for me. Then, when he is teaching me those Devaram Tiruvasagam, whenever he is coming to certain truth, he wants to refer a Vedanta Pada or the Siddhanta Shastra, he will just take out that 3 page and explain the truth to me and make me read that 3 page of that book once. So what happens? So easily, smoothly class will flow within some 1 month. He has given me the basics of 14 Vedanta, 14 Saiva Siddhanta Shastras, Siddhanta Satyarangal 14, Vedanta Padam 16. Both books, he has given me the basic. Then, it is so easy for me to understand the Devaram Tiruvasagam classes he takes, and then later on, he made me read the original full books, the whole 14 Siddhanta Shastras and whole 16 Vedanta Shastras, Vedanta Pada. And actually, the Siddhanta Shastras, even though it is a 14 book with Bhashyam and Mabhashyam, Bhadyam and Mabhadyam, with all that, it's almost like a 200 books. But because he has given me the context and set the basic thought current, see, what each book is trying to convey, the thought current he has conveyed. For example, Sivajnana Bodham. He has conveyed the thought current within 3 pages to me. And then, every time during the Devaram Tiruvasagam classes, whenever he wants to explain certain points to me, he will make me read that Sivajnana Bodham's essence. That got so deeply into my system. After that, when I started reading the Sivajnana Bodham directly, or the Bhashyam, Bhadyam directly, or the Mabhadyam, it is so easy. It was so easy to grasp it. I just have to come back to him with few doubts and questions. He will underline and answer me. That's all. And I wanted to tell you, not only I am grateful and indebted to my grandfather, my Acharya, A. Panduranganar, I am grateful also to my uncle, his son, means my grandfather's son, A. Panduranganar's son. He preserved, protected all these books, manuscripts, everything so beautifully, and handed over everything to Kailasa when we made this huge nation. He gifted everything to me and said, Swamiji, Appa has told me clearly, his father, means my grandfather, his father, told me clearly that only with you it will all be protected and spread to the whole world. Please have it. I want all of you to know and be grateful to my Acharya, Muduberum Pulavar Munivar A Panduranganar, and his son for giving us the whole great knowledge treasure of all the notes he did to teach me, to train me. Listen, now I will come to the point. The way he taught me, it's a unique style. It is almost like he has put so much of knowledge, so many different thought currents into my head in a very short span of time and made me master to read the books on my own. See, today, I won't say I am a great Pandit or anything, but any Tamil book, the ancient Sangha literature or the ancient spiritual literatures, Sanatana Hindu Dharma literatures, whether it is Sangha Ilakyangal or the Devaram Tiruvasagam or the Siddhanta Shastras or Vedanta Shastras, anything in Tamil, I can read on my own and understand without any commentary. Same way, any Sanskrit book, whether Upanishads or the Brahma Sutra or Bhagavad Gita or any of the Sanskrit books, Agamas, I can read on my own and understand without any need for Bhashya. This too was gifted to me directly by my grandfather, Sri A. Panduranganar, Vidwan A. Panduranganar. He is the reason for this. He has taught me how to go into a book, read the book, and make the gist without missing important truths, important keywords, the key concepts. Actually, with that same understanding and education, maybe last 25 years, when I started writing books on my own, I developed manuals, gist, essence of books, notes, everything from the principle he taught me. Only recently when I was reading books, I found an English word called library surveying. Means going to a library, picking up a book, reading it, and coming up with the essence. Before even I know this word, this methodology was taught to me by my guru. I adopted the same principle and made this gist for so many books. Now, that knowledge sheets, only I fed it into AI. That is why when many people who are trying to make AI for themselves are complaining publicly that their AI is getting deluded, our AI never getting into delusion. Because the methodology was proper. The foundation was proper. The fundamental was proper. See, many people in the social media, they are coming and complaining. You can go and see, who are trying to make their own AI. They say, when we feed all our books and all their lectures, their AI gets delusional and gives completely wrong answers. But we fed at least 100,000 hours of my satsangs, books, the gist, my notes, everything. Our AI doesn't get into delusion. It answers precisely just like how I will answer. Because this methodology was given to me by my Acharya, my Guru. It's such powerful methodology. I should say, for whole Nithyananda AI, if you are benefited by Nithyananda AI, you should be grateful to Vidwan A. Pandurangana and his son. Vidwan A. Pandurangana for giving me this knowledge, and his son for giving me all his notes. All the notes, manuscripts, all the hard work you can see. My grandfather, he lived quite a long, from 1916 to 2009. He lived from 1916 to 2009. He lived. Maybe first 20 years he might have been studying. From his 20th year till he left the body, whatever the knowledge work he did, the whole thing, his son gifted it to me, saying, Swamiji, this all belongs to you. Please take it. Father told me long before, this all should be given to you. Only you will take it and share it with the whole world. Please have it, Swamiji. And you should all know that my Acharya wrote more than 150 books. Some are translation, some are his own original work, some are compilation at various levels, but more than 150 books he wrote, and he published more than 250 books. He even published others' books. And he has done amazing work. I tell you, the thought trend he gave me helped me to develop this Nithyananda AI as Nithyananda, the Nithyananda AI. How? He will give me the gist, the context and spirit of each book in 3 pages. Paramashiva has given the whole context and spirit of the Agama, Upagama, Agama Anga and Agamanta in Sarvajnanottaragama. See, Agama, Upagama, Agama Anga, Agamanta. These 4 put together is only, should be called as Agama, because only if you read Agamanta literatures you will understand the Agama. So these 4, all 4, the context and spirit to understand all these 4 is given in Sarvajnanottaragama. Just like my Guru Pandurangana gave me, every book, the whole context and spirit he will write in 3 pages and give. My uncle, means Pandurangana's son, his name is Ambalavanan. I wanted to put his name on record. So we will all be grateful. This whole Nithyananda AI, I built it from the knowledge current which was gifted to me, taught to me by my Guru. I want all of you to know, see, sometimes even my own disciples or people who appreciate me, who want to praise me, try to say I am a Swayambhu. No! I am not Swayambhu. Please be very clear. If I try to show I am a Swayambhu, then all the great work, tapas, hard work my gurus have done on me will be hidden. No. I wanted all of you to know I am the success of my guru's tapas on me. I am not Swayambhu. Whether Shastra Pramana or Apta Pramana, they gave it to me. And even Atma Pramana, Arunagiri Yogishwara gave it to me. Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, even how to present all these three properly to people, everything was given to me by my Guru Parampara. I tell you, he will make me sit next to him and take classes. If he wants to make me speak about some subject, suddenly he will say, oh, I am having throat problem, itching, you speak, you know this subject now, I already taught you, you speak. Then I will start speaking. Same way, if he wants to make me sing some verses in the traditional way, he will suddenly say, I am having throat itch, you please, you sing. I will have to sing. If that I was not singing properly, then he will switch off my mic and he himself will sing. But he will never allow people to discourage me. He will make sure the audience, whether 10 people or 5 people, because in those days, the temple is not like overcrowded or with so much people like now. Only few people will come and attend. So he will make sure those audience only encourage me. He protected, kept me in an ecosystem, encouraged me, made me grow. Even the way I teach, he made sure I am successful. Only after the QC passed, quality control passed, he attained Paripurna Shivapadam. Among my gurus and acharyas, he is the last one to leave the body. Till 2009 he lived. And all of you should know, till 2009, I will call him and talk to him and ask for the doubts, clarifications and references. Till he left the body, he will guide me. I'll ask him. He will give the references. Hey, this here, this there, read here, read there. And he will tell from his memory. And he will give some references. I wanted to tell you how he gave just 3-page context and spirit of each book. Paramashiva has given context and spirit of the whole Agama literature in Sarvajnanottara Agama. essence of that Sarvajnanotragama is Paramashiva is Paramakarunamurti, Paramashanta Swarupi, Paramamangala Swarupi. All his teachings are always towards liberation. Have this context and read, understand all the great principles. I am just overflowing with my deep love and devotion and gratitude to my Guru, Vidwan A. Panduranganar and his son Ambalavana. Blessings to all of you. Try to listen to this satsang one or two more times. You will understand a lot. I have a photograph of my uncle also, just to put it on record. You can all see this photograph also. My Acharya, Vidwan A. Pandurangana and his son Ambalavana. Yes. Blessings. Be blissful.
Nithyanandam, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
Don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलासपरम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलासपरम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गि साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
This technique needs jnana, understanding, as a prerequisite. That is why I am working so much on the understanding, reproducing the understanding. If the understanding is reproduced, the technique can be reproduced on you. Understanding which happened in me, only when that is reproduced in you, the experience which happened in me through this technique can be reproduced in you. Your inner space will be ready for the technique. In you, there are few things which can't die, and there are few things which can die. Those few things which can die, like your body and mind, are not alive even now. Those few things which will never die, your inner space, consciousness, it will never die, it will live forever. Now you need to understand whether you want to identify yourself with the things which can die or which will never die. Let me give you the gist of whatever I spoke in last 1 hour. In just few statements. First thing, 2 ways to go beyond fear. If you realize nothing is possible, there won't be any fear. If you realize everything is possible by you, again there won't be fear. If you realize Shivoham, I am Shiva, everything is possible by me, you won't have fear. If you realize Dasoham, I am the slave, nothing is possible by me, again you won't have fear. There's a beautiful story. One guy wrote in the wall of a temple where the teachings are written, Soham. Soham means I am that. I am that means everything is possible by me. Soham. The other guy came and wrote Dasoham. No, nothing can be done by me. I am slave. Again that is also okay. Third guy came and wrote Sadasoham. Always I am that. Whether you understand nothing can be done by me or everything can be done by me, you will be out of the fear. If you think and feel connected to the idea nothing can be done by me, you will be a bhakti yogi. Self-surrendering is your path. If you think everything can be done by me, jnana yogi, you will be a jnana yogi. Atma jnana, enlightenment is your path. Ultimate experience is your path. Second step, the fear which you have about your life, possibilities, losing or not gaining, fear of failure, fear of losing your near and dear one, fear of losing your wealth, fear of unknown, all these fears, every fear can be used as a door. As a door. Whether you are filled with tension or filled with energy. If you are filled with tension, you are trying to take energy from the source which does not die in you by force without knowing the technique. See, there is a source of energy in you which never dies, your Atman. If you try to take energy from that source without knowing the right technique by force, it creates tension. Whenever you try to create energy in you by remembering some desire or fantasy, that is like kicking this door and trying to open and trying to take the energy from the other side. you want the same energy which a meditator receives, but you don't have patience to open the door, you just kick it. You are adamant. Your mind knows, after feeling fulfilled with the same desire, you may not have that inspiration or energy or excitement which you feel before tasting that fear, tasting that desire. Even then you try to bang the door. You try to get the source, you try to touch the source of joy or source of energy. You try to explore that energy through wrong method. The other side of the door, Atman, yourself is there, energy is available, inexhaustible joy is there. If you use the key and open the door and allow that bliss and energy to come into your being, it's called meditation. A right understanding. If you just create some desire and bang this door and try to get that same excitement, it is like a tension. It creates tension. Contemplating on the ultimate energy, contemplating on a small desires, both brings energy into your being. Contemplating on small desire brings less energy with tension. Contemplating on the ultimate truth brings tremendous energy with relaxation. Third important truth, there is something in you which never dies, which is the source of energy. There is something in you which dies, which is never alive even now. If you understand, which can be dead is never alive, will never be alive, you will lose the fear of losing something. Fear of death is in you because you think there is something which you have now will be taken away from you. No. Anything you have cannot be taken away. Anything which can be taken away, you never had. You may be thinking you had, you may be thinking you are having, but you don't have it. Anything which can die can never occupy your inner space. Anything which can't die can never be taken away from you. These are all very subtle, transforming truths. Sometimes you need to be alert, intelligent, using your whole attention to understand these truths. If it is just making little fun, telling few jokes and entertaining you, I can do that, I have no problem. But sometimes I really feel that you need to be told the truth about your life. Just entertaining you with few jokes, few stories, my job will be done, your job will not be done. Only when you are reminded once in a while about your true nature, your job will be done. Your job will be done. I won't have any problem if I just entertain you, but you will have a problem. Small story. One guy who thinks he is not attractive, he is not entertaining, goes to a psychiatrist and asks for help. Psychiatrist says, don't bother. Every day morning, get up, stand in front of mirror and say, I will be confident, I will be entertaining. This guy asks, then will I be able to attract women? Psychiatrist says, sure, because that is the purpose.
Sure. Anyhow, this guy goes out. After 3 weeks, comes back to same psychiatrist with the same long depressed face. Doctor asked, what happened? Technique did not work? Trick did not work? The guy said, no, it worked. Now I have enough friends. Too many girlfriends. Too many friends. I am really entertaining everybody. Doctor asked, then what is the problem? No, I don't have a problem, but my wife does. If I just entertain you, I may not have a problem, but you may have. You need to be told the truth. You need to understand this whole thing. Even though it takes little energy, little time, you need to know that there is something in you which does not die. There is something in you which can die, which is never alive, which was, is, will never be alive, which was never alive, which is never alive, which will never be alive. Your difficulty is, you think you have something in you now which is alive, which may die after some time. That is where the difficulty starts. No. Anything which can die can't be alive. Anything which is alive cannot die. You identify wrongly yourself with something which can die, which can live, and your imagination that if that leaves you, you may suffer, is the reason or root cause for suffering. Many times you can see in your life things which you thought too important. When they leave or when they are not there, you don't even remember them. Understand, I have seen many incidents, many people coming and telling me, Swamiji, I never thought I can live without that person, but now I don't even remember. Is it right or am I doing something wrong? You forgot that you have a self-healing, self-rejuvenating system in your being. You have an automatic rejuvenation system. You have enough energy to go beyond whatever you think as death. These few truths, I know it is very difficult to feel connected with these few words because they just change your very frequency. This is like a radiation, chemotherapy to your cancer. Illusion is your cancer, Maya is cancer. The truth is radiation. Truth is completely burning your being, purifying your being. These few truths can be digested with the meditation which Shiva is trying to give. He says, relax into that which does not die in you, so that whatever can die in you can die now itself. Now the difficulty is you are thinking there is something in you which can die, but which is alive at this moment. Your body can die, but it is alive now. But Shiva says, let you enter into the space which never dies, your inner space, consciousness, so that whichever can die, let it die now. Don't hang on. You trying to hang on to something which can die creates fear. Understand? You trying to hold on to something which can leave you creates fear. He says, forget about it. Now, sit back and relax into your consciousness, which can never die. Whatever can die, let it die. He is giving you powerful technique. Let me read the sutra. Silently intone a word ending in ha. In Tantra they use the word hamsa. Even in Upanishad they use this technique. Silently intoning a word which ends in ha, ah, ha. Effortlessly, spontaneously achieving enlightenment. Understand? When you intone with that word which ends in ha, you will be exhaling. You will not be inhaling. Exhaling is like relaxing and letting anything can die to die now itself. Inhaling is something like holding on. You are inhaling will be constantly trying to hold on to something. Exhaling will be like a relaxing, letting go. Now, constantly let go, exhale, without bothering about inhaling, by intoning that word which ends in aha, hamsa. Why here the word hamsa is not directly used? They say the word, they say like a puzzle, they give you here, like a clue, because the very word hamsa should be initiated by a master. Only if an enlightened person commands, teaches, he will be able to give this word, technique. Shiva does not want this technique to be initiated or used by anybody and everybody. So he keeps some keys, like a clue. This book is like a shorthand version. It's like only the clues are collected and formed into the form of a book. Anybody who already knows the truth, only he can connect everything and tell you, express. Here Shiva is giving you a beautiful technique. It's a very powerful technique. Constantly, 24 hours, you are supposed to put your awareness on exhaling and just intone that word silently. Hamsa, hamsa, hamsa. If you see your breathing, you will see. When you inhale, you will see hum, sa. Exhaling happens with sa. Inhaling happens with hum. Person who constantly intones this mantra, it is called ajapa japa. Chanting without chanting. Chanting with effort is japa. Chanting without effort is ajapa. This mantra, this intonation, it is intoning. If it becomes ajapa in you, if that hamsa became that intoning becomes ajapa in you, you become paramahamsa. Understand? If this constant awareness on exhaling and that intoning of that hamsa mantra, if it happens, you become paramahamsa. It's a very powerful technique which can be used 24 hours. Whenever you are attacked by fear, just sit back and relax. Just put your awareness only on exhaling and repeat the word sa along with outgoing, exhaling. When you inhale, repeat hum. Hum, sa, hum, sa. Silent intonation. Silent intonation of this mantra will suddenly put you into the awareness, relaxation of which never dies. Whatever can die will leave your system, your inner space. Whatever can't die, you will feel connected to that. Whatever can die will leave your system now itself. You will not catch hold. You will not hang on. You will not linger, which can die or which you think is part in you now, your body and mind. You will realize whatever can die is never part of you, will never be part of you. Whatever can't die is your very being. Try this technique just for 3 days. I tell you, 3 days whenever you remember. Inhale with the mantra hum, exhale with the mantra sa. But put your awareness more on exhaling. More on exhaling. You will suddenly see the fear of losing your wealth, parts of your body, or your health, or near and dear ones, or fear of unknown. Everything will just disappear. Because when you put your awareness on exhaling, whatever can die, which is occupying in your inner space as part of you, will leave your inner space, will not be part of your inner space anymore. You will be liberated. Let us enter into this meditation. Very powerful technique. We will try just for 5 minutes now. Once you catch the glimpse, try to do it whole day and night. Whenever you remember, try to be in the same awareness. For some reason, if you can't sit for next 5 minutes or you don't want to meditate, you can just sit with closed eyes or you can leave the hall. But if you are sitting here, do not open your eyes and look into others and disturb others. Let me again tell you the technique. Inhaling with hum, sound, hum, in tone, silently, not loudly. Exhaling with the sound sa, silently, not loudly. Inhale and exhale, but put more energy, awareness, effort on your exhaling with the sa intoning, so that whatever can die, which is occupying your inner space now, can leave you. You will be liberated. Please close your eyes. In tone, silently, not loudly, silently. When you inhale, use the sound hum. When you exhale, use the sound sa. Put more awareness and energy on exhaling. help yourself to do deeper exhaling. Inhaling, let it happen automatically by the body. You do only exhaling. Only to exhale, put your energy and attention and effort. Put your awareness and effort more on exhaling and silently intoning the word Sa. Om Nithyanandam. Relax. You can open your eyes. Try this technique, very powerful technique. You can do it with your open eyes also, with your eyes open also. Whenever you remember, try while you are sitting, talking, walking, eating, even while you are sleeping. It is called ajapa, means which is going on automatically in you. You just need to intone, that's all. Fall in tune, that's all. Whole day it will be happening. You will see you are completely relaxed, which can never die. You will be relaxed into which will never die in you. Whatever can die in you, which is occupying your inner space, will leave you. Will leave your inner space. If you are identifying yourself with something which can die, that identification will be disconnected. You will be unclutched. You will feel connected. You will realize you are which can never die. You are that which can never die, which we call the truth, enlightenment, and consciousness. So, today is the last discourse. So anybody wants the initiation, please ask. Initiation is more like a downloading the whole software of the technique. Sometime you may forget one or two lines, instruction. Initiation is like a downloading the whole software. Even if you don't remember that one or two line, the very power of the master's initiation will help you to go into the technique deeper and properly. That is the reason for initiation. People are asking me yesterday a few questions. If I am already initiated, can I have? You can. And can I take any initiation from anybody else if I add initiation from you? You can. One thing, I always tell people, go to all gardens and pluck best flowers and make a bouquet for you. Whatever you can learn from wherever possible, learn, and the initiation from the master will never contradict. It will only complement with whatever other things you early had or going to have or practicing or initiations, anything you had. At least with me, I have come to complement, not to contradict. So, let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us in Rajya Sabha and all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, Lotus News Channel, Ishwar TV, and through two-way video conferencing, having Naina Diksha, cities sitting with us, through two-way video conferencing in 23 countries: Los Angeles, Ohio Mashivananda, Port Washington, East London, Hyderabad Gupta Kashi, Indrani Malhotra, Hong Kong, Vancouver, Devon, Anna Nagar, Dubai, Singapore, Kathmandu, San Diego Pacific Beach, Paris, Sacred Arts University, Nithyananda Nagar, South Dakota, Saint Crystal, France, Houston, Kalahasti, Kuala Lumpur, San Jose, Oklahoma, Hyderabad, Charlotte. That's it. I welcome Oman Sivagangai and Phoenix, Seattle, Toronto, Bangalore. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today I'll expand on instant process for completion. Please understand, you need to receive it from the space of listening. Instant process for completion. If you listen intensely, end of the satsang, you will be complete. First, please listen. Please come to the space of listening. I want you to define cognition. I'll give you a few definitions. Then I'll expand on the process of instant completion. First, understand what is cognition. Cognition is receiving information, the process where we receive information through our five senses, process that information internally, relate with it based on your root patterns, and respond to life from the understandings of your patterns we derive from. Means understanding from your responding from your patterns is known as cognition. Listen, I am repeating the process where we receive information through five senses, internalize with our patterns, respond based on our patterns, is cognition. Normally this is cognition. Now I want you just to understand the second statement I want to make. Please understand, there is no connection between the first statement I made and the second statement I am making. I defined cognition. Now I am going to define authenticity. It is like I am preparing many items for cooking. In the end, I will put everything together and cook and give you the food. I am just preparing the ingredients for cooking. First I cut carrot, then I cut brinjal. You can't say, what is this? You cut carrot and without even putting that into the oven, you are cutting the brinjal. No. First I will prepare, then I will give you the final understanding. Listen now. Cognition. Understand the truth about cognition. Receiving information through five senses and internalizing with your root pattern, responding based on your pattern is cognition. Understand authenticity. I am giving you a little deeper definition. Authenticity is nothing but being sincere to the four aspects of you. What you feel as you, inner image. What you project you to others, outer image. What you think about others and life, others' image about others, and what others hold you as, others' expectation. Mamakara, inner image, ahankara, outer image, swa anyakara, image about others, anyakara, others' expectation about you, what others hold for you. In all these four, being sincere, please listen, being sincere in all these four means what? Having best inner image, having best outer image, having best idea about others and life, and being very sincere about what others hold you for. I tell you, please listen. Spend few minutes to sit and define what you want to feel you. What kind of a feeling about you will be the best for you? What do you think is best you? Define. What do you think as best outer image for you? What's the best way you wanted to project you? Same. What's the best image you wanted to have about others and life? What is the best sincere way you want to take responsibility about what others hold you for? Define all these four. Anything which disturbs in any one of these is an incompletion. Understand? Anything which disturbs any one of this is an incompletion. All of you understand authenticity? Listen. I am creating separate ingredients so that in the end I will give you the complete understanding. It's one of the powerful revelations I had yesterday night in the Samadhi, because last few days we are having the College of Pitadishwas, the meeting of all sannyasis and Naishtika Brahmacharis, Krama Brahmacharis, other than Gurukul kids who don't need this meeting. We are having a meeting and where we are discussing and trying to help each other to hold ourselves in the highest context. And I am personally sitting and spending as much time as I can and helping, enriching. So this was one of the biggest problem many were expressing in the discussion, some for themselves, some for when we teach, when we help others. How can we handle this? Holding ourselves and others in the highest context, the best possible space. So yesterday whole night I was sitting with that mood that there should be some clear understanding, experiential solution for this. I think Kalabhairava brought this kind of disciples towards me so that I will continue to find solutions. So that continuously I will be contemplating and finding more and more solutions which will be used for the whole world. Which will be useful for the whole world. See, if not for these disciples and their problems, I will not be contemplating on this. I will just pass away into samadhi and come back next morning. But now, because of these particular definite unsolvable problems, I also contemplate on it, and then the truths are revealed which is useful to the whole world. Listen. Please understand. I have defined cognition. Now I have defined authenticity. Then I defined incompletion. Now I am giving you one more understanding. Please understand. All these four have only you as the central focal point. So, if you are at the peak and best of all these four, you are living in a state of completion. I am just defining. Don't worry about how to go it. How to go there, I will explain now. All these four means inner image, what you feel about you, outer image, what you project you to others, others' image, what image you have about others and life, and others' expectation about you, what others hold you for, anyakara. In all these four, you are the center. Have best inner image. Have best outer image. Have best image about others and life. Decide to hold yourself in the highest space of what others hold you for. Being sincere to all these four is authenticity. Actually, I have defined authenticity completely in a new way. Anything, if you don't believe, even while you are defining, if you have a doubt, oh God, I don't think I will ever be able to achieve this state at all. That is what I call self-doubt. If you sit and write pen down, while you pen down itself, your pen will be stuck. Because the black is not in the ink flowing into the pen. The black is the consciousness flowing into your brain. So if your pen is stuck, be very clear, that is what is self-doubt. And I wanted you to understand, consciousness is the ink, kala, time, is the paper, your body is the pen, your will is the decision to write. anything you write in your inner space will become reality. When you write about you, even in the outer space, in the paper and pen, if you are stuck, or if you have a doubt, you will never be able to realize this. That is what I call self-doubt. Or if you think anything is obstacle for you being sincere in all these four, that is the incompletion you have. This is the method to diagnose incompletion. This is the method to diagnose incompletion. Next, please understand. Next, very important. ध्यान से सुनिए. Listen. Listen. I have defined cognition, authenticity, incompletions, completions. Completion also I have defined theoretically. Now, how to experience it? How that can be your life? One more great news you have. Cognition is not an established organ of you. It can be programmed as you want. Listen. From today, if you strongly start believing, even with your doubt, self-doubt and all, that this pillar is God, the way you behave with this pillar and the power of your cognition will make few more others will believe, and maybe in next few months or few years, based on that your strength of your cognition, this pillar will be worshipped as the God and it will become a temple. Separate temple will be built for this pillar. And I know there are in many temples, separate temples are built only for pillar. In Thiruvannamalai there is a temple, there is a shrine called Kambatkalayana. Means there is a small Subramanya carved on a pillar. The great saint Arunagirinatha declared that pillar is a God and that Subramanya is a living deity. Power of his cognition and the people around him, their cognitions. Now there is a huge separate temple standing just for that pillar. It is a pillar of another one hall, but just for this pillar, separate temple is standing. That pillar is the Garbha Mandir now, and a separate temple is there. Same way, if you cognize in this pillar, ghost is there. Don't go near. And the power of your cognition, the way you behave and respond to this pillar, and the way you affect the others' cognition about this pillar, in few months, people may abandon even this whole hall, may never enter in. How many of you cognize what I am saying? So please understand, your cognition is not a natural organ of your system. It is programmable, transformable, possible software. It is not hardware. Because it is there for quite a long time, you mistake the difference between software and hardware. Your eye is hardware, your ear is hardware, but hearing is software. Seeing is software. Please listen. Because you continuously see, you forget seeing is a programmable Seeing is changeable. Seeing is transformable. Cognition is changeable, programmable, transformable. This is the great news. Listen, this is the great news. Even your doubt, who wants to change? I even have laziness to wanting to change. I have doubt whether I really want to even change. Even that can be changed. That is the beauty of cognition. Why do you have a doubt? Please listen. You try to go on cooking without lighting the stove. You brought a vessel and you put all that, try digging, shaking, doing everything. You try 10 times. Then after that you decide whole science of cooking is a false lie. But you forget one of the important thing required for cooking is the fire which you did not create. Do I want to change? I feel lazy. Is also one more cognition you have. Is also one more cognition which is transformable, which is changeable. Everything that exists and you experience as reality stems only from your cognition. All incompletions are functions of only your cognition. Listen. So whether it is incompletions or completion, it is your cognition. The great news is cognition is changeable, transformable. All completion is also only your cognition. All completion is your cognition. All incompletion is your cognition. Your cognition alone binds you. Your cognition alone liberates you. Now you need to understand. Please listen. First pen down all the 4 items. Not now. Later on sit and pen down. Now drop your paper and pen. Later on sit and pen down all these 4. Most sincere inner image what you want for you, most sincere outer image what you want to project as you, most sincere image about others and life what you want to carry, the most sincere others image, how you want to hold yourself up to that. Make a clear description. Then start penning down what all is the obstruction. What all obstacles for you realizing that. Those obstacles, those obstruction, listen. those obstructions are incompletions. Before entering into conclusion, I wanted all of you to understand, only then the conclusion will work. Before starting the cooking, you have to keep all the ingredients ready. After lighting the fire, you cannot run and make paddy into rice. You can't say, oh God, I forgot to cut vegetable. I have a full pumpkin. What can I? Shall I throw the whole thing? No. You can't. What are all the obstacles that come in the way of you being the peak and best in all these four at any given point in time are incompletions. Pen down all the incompletions. Please listen. After you pen down all the incompletions, understand it is your cognition which is changeable. Actually, you have only one root pattern that your cognition can't be changed. Listen. The root of the root pattern is only one. Your cognition can't be changed. Because of that root of the root pattern, your cognition can't be changed. No completion works on you. You stand in the train. See, you are going from here to Varanasi. The train stops at Mohalsarai station, from where you have to go to Varanasi. You see the board Mohalsarai, and you never got down from the train into the platform. Train moved before you got down, but you don't realize that, and you start walking inside the train itself. To and fro, to and fro. Will you reach Varanasi? Once Mullah Nasruddin was going in a boat. He started walking to and fro inside the boat. The boatman said, "Sir, why don't you sit down?" This guy says, "No, I have no time to sit down. I am in a hurry to reach the place. I have to walk quickly." Walking quickly inside the boat is not going to take you anywhere. So with a strong root of the root pattern, that cognition is not changeable. Any amount of completion is not going to work for you. First understanding you need is cognition is changeable. You may not be able to cook for last 20 years because you forgot how to light the fire. Because of that, the whole science of cooking is not lie, false. Getting it? Same way, with this deep cognition is not changeable. Maybe it is changeable for others, not for me. With that cognition, any completion you do, what will be the result? Zero. Understand, cognition is changeable. Cognition is changeable, transformable, is the first cognition you need to have. That is the first cognition you need to have. Whenever people realized cognition is changeable, spontaneous enlightenment happens. Please understand. People who do completion, with this basic root pattern of cognition is not changeable, then finally at one point they break and understand cognition is changeable, become enlightened. That is called enlightenment process, gradual enlightenment. People who understand immediately cognition is changeable and awaken are people who have become spontaneously enlightened, instant enlightenment. Understand, cognition is changeable with this truth as fire. The ingredients you need to add into the vessel is the right inner image, sincere mamakara, sincere ahankara, sincere anyakara, sincere swa-anyakara. It can be up to your sincere. It does not need to be up to others' sincerity, your sincerity. Add these four ingredients and remove the skin. While you cook, you remove many vegetable skin, peel it off and throw it away. What's the skin need to be removed is, which is obstruction for all these four, the incompletions, are the skin you need to peel and remove. And please understand, in cooking you need to peel the skin and remove. Here, with the process of enlightenment, you don't even need to do that. Just if you decide, please listen, just if you decide, with this authentic four components of me, from now onwards I decide to cognize this authentic four definition about me as me. And anything which is abstractly, I decide to disown them. I decide not to recognize their presence anymore in me. Just the decision is enough. Now I know you will have, I can't decide because I have decided many times like this, but it never worked. That's one more thing you need to throw with your decision. And you have a problem, no, all this I do, but after 2 days I forget the whole thing. I feel bored, I feel tired, I forget, then nothing works for me. Please listen. All these days, you never allowed the truth of cognition is changeable. You go on believing because you are seeing from the time of your birth, seeing is hardware of you, like eyes. You don't separate eyes and seeing. You don't separate ears and hearing. You don't separate tongue and tasting. If it is there, it is there, which is not truth. Cognition is changeable. Cognition is transformable. With this clarity, the cognition is changeable, Cognition is transformable. Decide, I tell you, just know your incompletions. With this clarity of cognition is changeable, the incompletions will lose power over you. Incompletions will have power over you as long as you feel cognition is not changeable. Come on. Be integrated, authentic while you answer. How many of you strongly believed till today, unconsciously, that cognition is not changeable? Raise the hand. With this unconscious baseline, any completion you do is not going to work. Any completion you do is not going to work. Because you are walking inside the boat. Is walking inside the boat is going to make you reach somewhere quickly? Is it going to reach you to the place quickly? Listen. If the basic cognition has not changed, nothing can be done. I have a story for you guys. A professional fundraiser called upon a well-known miser, very well-known miser. I tell you, misers are the most poor animal creatures lives on the planet Earth. So a well-known professional fundraiser called upon a well-known miser and says, "Sir, I am seeking contributions for a worthy charity work. The project is 100,000. And a well-known philanthropist, another one philanthropist, a rich man in your town, has already donated a quarter of that." The miser says, "Wonderful. I'll give you another quarter. Have you change for $1? The miser, please understand, I think many of you missed. "I'll give you another quarter. Do you have a change for $1? Till the miser's cognition is changed, nothing can be done. The what fundraiser meant is $250,000 is already given by a philanthropist. Means quarter of that. This fellow thinks, oh, he gave a quarter, I'll also give you a quarter. The cognition, the basic cognition, the cognition can be changed. If that doesn't strike you, no completions will work. If you come to the clarity, cognition can be changed. Simply, that very idea, cognition can be changed, can lead to completion. And listen, with this one idea, cognition can be changed. With this one idea, you pen down all the incompletions and look in, decide to think based on the truth. Cognition can be changed, and authenticity, the best I which I want, best outer image which I want, best image about others and life which I want, best way of holding me up to others' expectation, what others hold me up. In these four, listen, just if you start thinking in this line, your very thinking is a completion process. Please get it? I have delivered the climax. Without any completion process separately, with the truth, cognition is changeable, and best these four is you, and anything other than you is incompletion, and deciding to live by the best four you decided about you as you, decide to think only in that line from now on, you will see spontaneous completion. Your very thinking process is completion. Now you have another doubt. No, after 2 days, if I fall back into the same forgetfulness, what shall I do? I may fall back into the space of I need completion, I need incompletion, I need to create clear incompletion. It's one of the biggest questions we have. After you are told about your name, do you forget? So these major truths, when it is revealed, you start processing with that. You don't forget. You may forget the dress color you wore. You may forget the food you ate for few days before in the breakfast. But you will not forget that you have to eat. You will not forget that you have to wear a dress. Understand? You won't forget that you have to eat. You can't forget you have to dress up. These strong, important facts you don't forget. Don't bring your self-doubting pattern before even you start the process. That is also one more cognition which can be changed. Which can be changed. With this cognition, your simple regular thinking and day-to-day life itself becomes completion. Your dreams becomes completion. Even in your dream you will complete and release them. Patterns with which you are struggling. Your dreams become completion. Your thinking becomes completion. Listen. I'll give the whole essence in Hindi. आज मैं पूर्णत्व का तुरंत तारीका बताने वाला हूँ. ध्यान से सुनिए. अनुभूति क्या है? अनुभूति कोई सूचना को प्राप्त करना, उसे सम्मिलित करना, अपने मूल विचार धारा के साथ संबंधित करना और उसे जीवन के प्रति प्रतिक्रिया व्यक्त करना, यही अनुभूति है. श्रद्धा क्या है? श्रद्धा अपने चारों व्यक्तित्व के साथ श्रद्धा रखना यही श्रद्धा है। आपने ममकार, अहंकार, स्व अन्यकार के साथ श्रद्धालु रहने यही श्रद्धा है। जो सबसे अच्छी भीतरी छवि आप चाहते हैं उसे जीना, जो सबसे अच्छी बाहरी छवि आप चाहते हैं उसे जीना, जो सबसे अच्छी अपेक्षा दूसरों और जीवन से आप रखते हैं उसे जीना, जो सबसे उच्चतर अपेक्षा लोग आपसे रखते हैं उसे जीना, यही श्रद्धा है। किसी एक में भी कोई समस्या ही अपूर्णता है। यदि आप इन चारों पहलुओं में उच्चतर रूप में हैं तो आप पूर्ण हैं। ये समझिए, इन चारों में आप ही केंद्र हैं। यदि ये नहीं विश्वास कर पा रहे हैं कि आप इन चारों को उच्चतम रूप से जी पाएंगे, वही आत्मसंदेह है। आप कैसे इस अनुभव किया जा सकता है? अनुभूति एक स्थायी चीज नहीं है, उसे बदला जा सकता है। वो सॉफ्टवेयर की तरह है, हार्डवेयर नहीं है। अपने आत्मसंदेह के साथ भी यदि आप किसी अनुभूति को लगातार शक्ति देते हैं तो वो अनुभूति दूसरों की अनुभूति को प्रभावित कर सकता है, उसे वास्तविकता में परिवर्तित कर सकता है। हर अनुभूति को परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है, चाहे वो अपूर्णता हो या पूर्णता हो। आपकी अनुभूति है और किसी भी अनुभूति को परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है। आप ही की अनुभूति आपको बद्ध करता है, आप ही की अनुभूति आपको मुक्त करता है। एक सूची बनाइए जिसमें आप ये 4 चीजें वर्णित करते हैं। आपकी सबसे श्रद्धालु भीतरी छवि, सबसे श्रद्धालु बाहरी छवि, सबसे श्रद्धालु दूसरों और जीवन से आपकी अपेक्षा, सबसे श्रद्धालु आपसे दूसरों की अपेक्षा। इन चारों छवियों को वास्तविकता रूप से अनुभव करने में जो समस्या है वही अपूर्णता है। मूल विचारधारा का मूल केवल एक है कि आप ये सोचते हैं कि आपकी अनुभूति परिवर्तित नहीं हो सकती है। अनुभूति को परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है। पहले जानिए, केवल यह निर्णय कीजिए कि जो भी अनुभूति आप श्रद्धा के बीच में बाधा की रूप में है, आप उसको महत्व नहीं देंगे, उसको अस्तित्व नहीं देंगे। मूल विचारधारा का मूल केवल एक है कि आप यह सोचते हैं कि आपकी अनुभूति परिवर्तित नहीं हो सकती है। अनुभूति को परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है, यह पहले जानिए। केवल यह निर्णय कीजिए कि जो भी अनुभूति आपका और श्रद्धा के बीच में बाधा के रूप में है, आप उसको महत्व नहीं देंगे, उसको अस्तित्व नहीं देंगे। Understand, I am giving you some of the deepest sacred secrets. Even if you understand, your cognition can be changed. For example, you are seeing this pillar as a pillar. Today, if I declare this as a God and start worshipping it, Within 10 days you will see this as a god. Your cognition can be changed. If I declare this pillar as a demon, in few days you will see demon in it. Your cognition can be changed. So have this understanding. Know what is you, what is your incompletions. With this, with the understanding, cognition can be changed. Start living and thinking. Your very thinking will be completion. This is the science of spontaneous completion. Instant completion. आपकी मेरे संदेश का सारांश यही है, केवल इस सत्य के साथ की अनुभूति परिवर्तित हो सकती है और अपने चार चाबियों को श्रद्धा पूर्ण रूप से जीने का निर्णय लेना, इस सोच विचार मात्रा से आप पूर्णत्व पा सकते हैं। यही विज्ञान है तुरंत जीवन मुक्ति का। यही विज्ञान है तुरंत पूर्णत्व का। अंडरस्टैंड? Just having the clear decision. Having the clear decision, thinking with the decision. Having the clear decision, thinking with the decision. Nothing else is required. And you also need to know, you don't put conscious effort to remember your name. I have seen whenever I give spiritual name to people, by next 3 day, 4 day, they forget the old name. How many of you forgot your old name? Even in your dream, you think only about your new name, spiritual name. It is not that only the people who received the name long before. Even few days before, people who receive the spiritual name, they suddenly forget the old name. So when you remember this is your new name, you don't need to make new effort, special effort to keep that name in your memory. If you remember this truth, cognition is changeable. You don't need to put an effort to remember it and put a special energy to cognize it. Just the remembrance leads to completion. A remembrance leads to completion. Yasya smaranamatreena janma samsara bandhanat vimuchyate namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. That is what is the meaning of this word. The moment I remember, I am lead to completion and liberation. O Lord, I bow down to you who liberates me just by the mere remembrance. There is a beautiful verse. Yasya smarana matrena janma samsara bandhanat vimuchyate namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Sadanashivalsamarambam Nithyanandeshwari Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us all over the world. Through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, and Lotus News Channel, and two-way video conferencing. People sitting with us in two-way video conferencing. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Please come to the space of listening. Today we will look into the deeper secrets of completion. The sacred secrets of completion. First truth you need to know about completion. Do completion just to be in the space of completion. All the other reasons will only lead you to more incompletion. Please listen. Do completion just to be in the space of completion. All the other reasons only lead to more and more incompletions. First thing you need to do, and you need to know, completion done to be in the space of completion transforms your personality, transforms your being, heals the intense, constant, agitated violence you carry towards you and others. Please listen. If you drop a stone in the water, how the ripples are created? The moment incompletion is dropped in your consciousness, the ripples of violence towards you and others starts in your being. Worrying becomes your lifestyle. Worrying becomes compulsive pattern in you. Not only worrying, because of worrying, inability to handle life. At the most, you only push your life under the carpet. Pushing the life under the carpet is not going to be the solution. That is not going to be life. I have a story. One guy had a compulsive worrying pattern for years. He has been a compulsive worrier for years, to the point it started ruining his life. Of course, the worrying pattern really ruins the life. It starts destroying your existence. He went to a psychologist who recommended a specialist who could help him. And suddenly his friend noticed a dramatic change in the behavior of this guy and asked, "What happened? Nothing seems to worry you anymore." This guy says, "I hired a professional worrier for me, and I have not had worries since. Now he worries for my sake." "That must be expensive," the friend asked. This guy said, "Yes, he charges $5,000 a month." Friend said, "What are you doing? How are you paying?" This guy replies, "Yes, $5,000, how I can pay, but I don't worry about it. He has to worry, that is his problem." You may have professional worriers in your life. You may try to push that away. Please understand, all your entertainment is nothing but professional warriors with whom or through whom you try to hide your worries under the carpet. You think by pushing the worries down, you can live the life. See, there are only 3 ways to handle incompletion. 1, pushing it under your carpet. 2, trying to forget it, either by alcohol or by other entertainments. 3, completing it and liberating yourself. I tell you, complete all the incompletions just to be in the space of completion. Complete all the incompletions just to be in the space of completion. पूर्णत्व केवल पूर्णत्व की स्थिति में रहने के लिए कीजिए, और किसी भी कारण से पूर्णत्व करना आप में अपूर्णता का निर्माण करेगा। कोई भी और कारण के लिए जब आप पूर्णत्व क्रिया करते हैं तब आप में हिंसा उत्पन्न होगा, तब चिंता करना आपकी आदत बन जाती है और इसकी कारण आप जीवन जी नहीं पाती है। इसलिए पूर्णत्व क्रिया को केवल पूर्णत्व स्थिति में रहने के लिए कीजिए। अंडरस्टैंड? लिविंग इन इनकम्प्लीशन, living, I tell you, living in incompletion does not even let you know what you want in life. I know people who lived as engineers for 25 years, then planning to become doctors. I know women who lived 25 years as housewives and planning to become lawyers. Maybe the training in the house will help them to argue in the court. But argument in the court needs to be very logical, not just loud. It is so unfortunate. Most of us do not know what we want to be. Even in please listen. Come to the space of listening. Even when you start taking up spiritual life, you should know why you are taking, what you want through the spiritual life. What is your life and what you expect from life? What way you want to experience life? अपूर्णता को या तो आप भूलने का प्रयास करते हैं या उससे भागना चाहते हैं। अपूर्णता से बाहर आने का सही मार्ग केवल पूर्णत्व करना है। अपूर्णता में रहने से आप ये भी नहीं जान पाते हैं कि आप जीवन में क्या चाहते हैं। Continuously completing for the sake of completion leads you to the experience of enlightenment. I tell you, nothing can be done. You cannot cover the whole thing under the carpet and live. It cannot go for a long time. Anything pushed under carpet one day explodes like a volcano. Understand? Even if it is a small thing pushed under the carpet explodes like a volcano, because when you are trying to push it inside your mind, unfortunately it reaches to the deeper and closer to the consciousness. Anything goes closer to consciousness becomes powerful. That is why a small incompletion happened in your life when you are young, or the small incompletion which you are suppressing without completing it explodes in you as a dangerous imbalance. As a dangerous imbalance. And many times your imbalance is such you do not care about your own destruction, and you go on waiting and expecting the other guy's destruction. And many times you think by your anger you can destroy the other person. Your anger, you can destroy the other person. No. If you drink poison, how can other person die? It is not possible. Your poison cannot kill other person. That's the biggest foolishness human beings get into. They drink the poison thinking the other person is dying. No. If you are carrying incompletions, I tell you, all vengeance is rooted in incompletion. Complete it. Trust the cosmos and complete it. People who are abused will not be left scot-free. Don't worry. When they give you suffering, be very clear, they have enough suffering. When they give you suffering, be very clear, they have enough suffering. Person who does not have suffering cannot give it to you. So whenever somebody gives you suffering, have sympathy towards the person who gives you suffering. Anger or vengeance is not right attitude towards the person who gives you suffering. Sympathy is what you need to carry towards the person who gives you suffering. Two shopkeepers were bitter rivals. Their stores were directly across the street from each other. And they would spend each day keeping track of each other's business. If one got a customer, he would smile in triumph at his rival. They don't care much about even the customer. It is all about, I won over that fellow. And that fellow will try to get his customer, and this fellow will try to get that customer. This goes on and on and on. One night, an angel appeared to one of the shopkeepers in a dream and said, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you anything you ask. But whatever you receive, the other shop guy, your competitor, will receive twice as much. If you ask for richness, you can be very rich, but he will be twice richer than you. If you wish to have a long life, you can, but he will be twice longer and healthier. What's your desire? The man, even in the dream, starts screaming, Oh angel, this is my request. Strike me blind in one eye. Take away my one eye. See, many times human beings are ready to give up, to give suffering for others. All religious terrorism is just this unconsciousness. You are ready to die just to kill others. See, just banning some terrorist organizations is not a solution. Ban the books which preaches terrorism. Don't call something is holy, is sacred, right, this, that. Call spade a spade. Straight. Don't bring sanctity. Don't bring sanctity to terror manuals. Just here and there, banning some organizations or declaring some organizations as terrorist organizations, that is not going to bring peace on the planet Earth. You ban one organization, but you are not stopping like that millions of organizations getting created. The Western countries need to know, if you want to live in peace, ban terror manuals. I am not pointing at one religion, one group, one society. In any society, in any religion, in any community, if the terror manuals are given, sacredness, sanctity, no, don't allow. Ban the terror manuals. Till the terror manuals are banned, you can't rest in peace. West need to know, till terror manuals are banned, you can't rest in peace. पूर्णत्व की स्थिति में रहने के लिए पूर्णत्व करना ही आपको जीवन मुक्ति की ओर ले जाता है। जब आप अपूर्णता को अपने भीतर दबाकर रखना चाहते हैं, आप उसे अपने भीतर अपनी चेतना के और समीप ले जाते हैं। चेतना इतनी शक्तिशाली है, जो भी चीज उसके करीब प्रस्तुत होता है वो सीधे वास्तविकता में परिवर्तित हो जाता है। जब आप अपूर्णता को अपनी चेतना के सामने प्रस्तुत करते हैं तो समझिए कि ये कितना विनाशकारी है, और उस अपूर्णता का आप में विस्फोट होता है। ये समझिए सभी प्रतिशोध का मूल अपूर्णता है। प्लीज लिसन, प्लीज लिसन। जब कोई व्यक्ति आपको पीड़ा देता है तो ये जानिए कि वो स्वयं पीड़ित है। इसीलिए उस पीड़ित व्यक्ति के प्रति क्रोध या प्रतिशोध की भावना सही नहीं है। उसे सहानुभूति और संवेदना की आवश्यकता है। Understand The completion, when it is done for the sake of completion, melts many problems which you think you can't even solve. And it brings, please understand, one of the biggest gift completion can give you is your own fantasy behavior about you, but you always believe you can never become that. Every one of you have a fantasy behavior about you. The way how you should be. You have a deep expectation. At the same time, you have a strong feeling you can never become that. You can never be transformed to that level. Completion, just like that, makes you live exactly the way you wanted. Completion makes you experience exactly the way you expect. I tell you, living as per the expectations of you, behaving as you expected about you, is the greatest joy you can experience in life. Completion does that to you. I tell you, nothing else can do that to you. Completion melts away all the stopping patterns, all the restraining patterns, all the restraining behavioral patterns, all the restricting thinking setup, all the confining behavioral patterns. All the inadequate cognitions melt down. I tell you from my experience. Buddha, before his leaving the body, he recollected all his past life. It is called Jataka tales. 64 past lives he recollected and narrated. It's beautifully recorded in his own words in Buddhist literatures. See, before his enlightenment, he saw the all his past from the moment he became embodied. Till this moment, he saw the whole thing in flash, like running. Like one rewinding. Please understand, when you become enlightened, your whole past loses its power over you, influence over you. Because of that, you can remember anything of your past. So he remembers them clearly and repeats. That only is called Buddha's Jataka tales. Those tales give a very beautiful solutions for various situations you will face in the life, solution for various patterns you may face in the life, solutions and techniques and methods for various problems you may face in the life. listen. Now you need to listen carefully. Give your listening, please. I also looked into my Jataka tales, and I tell you, from my experience, completion is the best process to melt down all the impurities you have. Anything which stops you from highest consciousness. Completion is far more powerful than unclutching itself. Completion is far more powerful than unclutching itself. Please understand. Because even unclutching won't happen if you have not done completion. I can see from my Jataka tales. Actually, one good thing is when you download these Jataka tales, you have a beautiful, clear method. Whoever is from wherever, you can guide them to the highest consciousness. Because an enlightened being or an incarnation has to go through all possible experiences of the world. Only then his consciousness gets matured, ripened. Everyone can be helped. And one drawback is all that past life information and the information which happened in this life will get mixed. So when Buddha narrates his autobiography, it will not be factually factual, because many times the file starts overlapping. That is why when I am writing autobiography, I depend on others' evidences, witnesses, the external facts available. With that, more I depend than my internal memory. Because many times the files gets overlapped. Because after enlightenment, the whole past is past. There is no such thing as what has happened in this body and what has happened in earlier bodies. I am spending little time on this, compiling my autobiography. But I am constantly dependent on all the family, friends, relatives, teachers, people who lived around me for more information and what happened during particular situations than my own inner internal memory. I can say that our internal cognition itself becomes so different. Many times, which you did not go through, you will not record it even if it has happened around you. For example, some death happens around you. If you are not affected by it and if you did not go through it, you will not record it. And same way, other way around, a small ant dying, if you went through, you will record that as a huge, which others may not even notice. Sometime when your pets die, you go through literally as if you lost a family member. But for the other person, in the street, so many dogs die. Nobody cares. So it is what you go through, only that gets recorded. In my biography, many things which I went through physically, never I went through as me, so it did not even get registered. So to bring the factuality, I have to take the help of others. I tell you, from my Jataka tales, I can tell you very clearly, completion, only completion, even makes you understand unclutching. Till the completion happens, even unclutching does not become reality, experience in you. I have a story. Mullah Nasruddin's servant rushed into the room and cried to Mullah Nasruddin's wife, "Hurry, hurry, hurry. Your husband is lying unconscious in the hall beside a large round box with a piece of paper clutched in his hand." Mullah Nasruddin's wife reaches the place where Mullah is lying down unconscious. She exclaims, "Wow, how exciting, my fur coat has come." Understand? Sometimes you leave the fur coat, forget the husband. So what you live only gets recorded in you. And the poor fellow, seeing the bill, he fainted. No, really. So what you live, what you go through gets recorded in your system. Not everything. अब स्वयं के बारे में अपने मन के भीतर एक चाबी को मानता है, जो गहरी रूप से वो बनना चाहे है, किंतु आपको गहरा विश्वास भी है कि आप कभी वैसे नहीं जी पाएंगे। जब आप पूर्णत्व की स्थिति में रहेंगे के लिए पूर्णत्व करते हैं, तो वो पूर्णत्व आपको सीधे रूप से आपका मन चाहा जीवन जीना संभव बनाता है और आपको पूर्ण करता है। भगवान बुद्ध ने अपनी पिछले 64 जन्मों का विवरण किया है, जो जातका कहानियों में वर्णित है। मैं अपने अतीत और अनुभव से कह सकता हूँ, पूर्णत्व ही सर्वोच्च स्थिति में स्थापित होने की सबसे शक्तिशाली टेक्निक है। लिसन, learn the science of completion, learn the principle of completion. I really tell you, you can heal your body, mind, relationships, patterns which keeps you in poverty, patterns which keeps you in discontentment, patterns which keeps you in constant fear, not letting you see the whole life and not letting you take a quantum jump about the life. I tell you, many of us don't take a quantum jump about life. when I say quantum jump, I don't preach fantasies. I tell you, in reality, the quantum jump is possible. When the quantum jump is, when you think strongly the quantum jump is not possible, you start compromising your life with fantasies. Fantasies are nothing but alternative compensating lifestyle you pick up because you think quantum jump is not possible. In a motivational seminar, 3 men are asked to come up to the stage. They are all asked, when you are in your casket, what your friends and family should talk about you. Please listen. When you are in your casket, what your friends and family should talk about you. When your friends and family are mourning upon you, what would you like to hear them say about you? The first guy comes up and says, I would like to hear them say that I was a great doctor of my time and a great family man. The second guy says, I would like to hear that I was a wonderful husband and a school teacher who made a huge difference in our children of tomorrow. The last guy replies, I would like to hear them say, look, he's moving. Understand? I tell you it is possible. Because you think strongly, it is not possible. You go on feeling and living with this fantasy. Forget about moving while you are in casket. You can never need to stop moving. You will continue to exist and live. Listen. Life with completion, for the sake of completion, takes you to the deeper space, deeper understanding, deeper intelligence. Above all, gives you tremendous courage to do powerful things in the life. Why in front of us we see somebody as a leader, whether he's a political leader or social leader or a celebrity or a religious leader? Why, even if opportunities come to our hand, we don't take that jump? Deep incompletions keeps you in utter powerlessness every moment. Your thinking has become powerless, your words have become powerless, your thoughts have become powerless, your actions become powerless. so you become powerless. पूर्णत्व का विज्ञान, पूर्णत्व का सिद्धांत सीखिए. जो भी मूल विचारधाराएं आपको बाय में रखते हैं, आपको सीमित और बद्ध रखते हैं, आप उनसे मुक्ति पा सकते हैं. पूर्णत्व करने से आप अपने जीवन में एक विशाल परिवर्तन पा सकते हैं. आपकी मन चाही वास्तविकता का निर्माण कर सकते हैं. नहीं तो आप केवल अपनी काल्पनिक दुनिया में ही रहने का समझौता करते हैं. I tell you, completion should be lived just to teach the science of completion. I commit with you guys and the humanity. I'll establish monasteries in every country. In every country, I'll establish monasteries just to teach completion, science of completion. That is the only way we can counter the terror manuals being spread on the planet Earth. Terror manuals cannot be tackled with some other terror manuals. Somebody takes the weapon, somebody takes money. Capitalism also is equally a terrorism. Capitalism kills people out of poverty. Terrorism kills them at once. Terrorism kills immediately. Capitalism kills little slowly. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis. I welcome all of you on this occasion of Guru Purnima. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ. गुरु पूर्णिमा के इस पावन में और शुभ अवसर पर मैं आप सबको आशीर्वाद देता हूँ. Today, Guru Purnima, the Master's Day, traditionally celebrated, observed in the Vedic tradition. This must be one of the oldest religious festival in the world because it is from the Guru worship. All the worship of gods, goddesses, nature, everything started. So the first form of worship is Guru worship. First form of puja is Guru Puja. So, I welcome all of you to celebrate one of the oldest festival, oldest celebration with youngest Guru. And my Guru Purnima message, few minutes suspense. Purnatva. My Guru Purnima message this time for all of you is Purnatva. This is what I wanted all of you to receive as the Guru Prasada. Please understand, my Guru Purnima message today is completion. इस वर्ष के गुरु पूर्णिमा का मेरा आप सबको संदेश है पूर्णत्व. Completion. Understand the word. I am defining this word. Completion means completing with all the incomplete, inadequate patterns, experiences, cognitions you created for yourself, and bringing, cognizing, experiencing most powerful space for you and experiencing completion with yourself and others is what I call completion. Please come to the space of listening. Completion can make you experience Advaita, the ultimate space of consciousness, immediately. Completion can make you experience the powerful space. Without completion, when you are in incompletion, constantly you feel powerless. Anything you do comes out of powerlessness. Listen, anything done out of incompletion leads to more and more incompletion. Anything is done out of completion leads to more and more completion. ध्यान से सुनिए, पूर्णत्व इस शब्द का अर्थ है सभी अपूर्णताओं, अनुभवों, अनुभूतियों के साथ पूर्णत्व करना और सबसे शक्तिशाली अंतर आकाश का अनुभव करना, अद्वैत स्थिति का अनुभव करना, स्वयं के साथ और दूसरों के साथ पूर्णत्व का अनुभव करना. Listen, whatever you want to do in your life, you may want to heal yourself, you may want to build good relationships in your life, you may want to repair all the broken relationships in your life, you may want to have wealth in your life, you may want to have joy in your life, you may want to have contentment in your life. Whatever you may want to have, bring completion in your life. Completion gets you back your original Advaitic state with which you happened in the cosmos. Completion is more to do with you. Sometime when we start doing completion, we think, all right, I will complete. What about the other person? He will still carry incompletions. No. Whether he carries his incompletions or you have a difference of opinion does not matter. Completion is you are complete and established in the space of Advaita. That's all is completion. First of all, I have to tell you what all is not completion, what are the doubts you carry about completion, then I will define completion. जब आप अपूर्ण है, जो भी आप करते हैं वो आपको और अधिक अपूर्णताएं उत्पन्न करता है। चाहे आप जीवन में जो भी करना चाहे, शायद आप अपना स्वास्थ्य बढ़ाना चाहते हैं या फिर आप धन चाहते हैं या फिर आनंद का अनुभव करना चाहते हैं या अच्छे संबंध बना चाहे हैं, आप जीवन में जो भी चाहे सबसे पहले पूर्णत्व कीजिए। I tell you, the incompletions embedded in you, incompletions sitting in you, goes on creating more and more incompletions. So first, find the root of incompletions, the root pattern. Let me define root pattern. Root pattern means first time in your life when your cognitions was imbalanced, disturbed by some external force, and your terrorized being started defining yourself with a disempowering word and defining the world in that disempowering powerless state, and to compensate from this death of disempowering inner identity, inner image, you create a pseudo alternative compensating cognition, outer image. This is what I call root pattern. Please listen. The moment root pattern enters your system, you are dead. After that, only root pattern lives through you. You don't live. Your life is over. Your body may be functioning, but your life is over. First thing any human being should do is learn the science of discovering the root pattern. There are so many ways you can learn by listening to everyday Nitya Satsang or listening to these satsangs through YouTube or attending the Inner Awakening Level 1 or Level 2 program. So many ways you can learn the science of discovering your root pattern. I sincerely request, please find your root pattern somehow and complete it. Completion is possible. Easy. It is possible and it is easy. Completion with the root pattern gets your life back to you. I can never describe verbally the benefits you can have by completing your root patterns. I can say literally you get your life back. And I request every human being on the planet Earth, please find your root pattern and complete with it. Find your root pattern and complete with it. It is my teaching for my disciples and devotees. It is my command. For the visitors, viewers, it is my teaching. For an onlooker, it is my request. For all human beings, it is my humble request. I am ready to touch anyone's feet, giving this as my request. Discover your root pattern. Find your root pattern and complete it. You will not you can't even imagine the amount of good will happen to you and to the people around you. You will do so much good to you and to others. And go on completing with every pattern which brings powerlessness in you, every incident which brings powerlessness in you, every memory which brings powerlessness in you, every thought which brings powerlessness in you. Go on completing. Sometime you may complete with root pattern. When you are again reliving, the root pattern will not have any impact over you. But the after effects of root pattern will be sitting in you. The root pattern which got created at the age of 3, you will complete with it. But the effects of the root pattern which is there on your consciousness from the age of 3 till yesterday, you have to complete with that also. Continuously dig out any memory, any incident, any situation which makes you feel powerless. Complete with everything. The effects of your root pattern is your conflicting patterns. Complete with your conflicting patterns also. Conflicting patterns are like the branches which sprout from the root pattern. So go on completing. Once you complete with the root pattern, the root of the tree is dead. It won't sprout again. But the branches which has already grown are there. You have to burn that. You have to burn it away. You have to complete with it. So any conflict you experience in your life is connected to some root pattern. Please listen. It is connected to some root pattern. So, my sincere request, my authentic request to all of you, find your root pattern and complete whatever may be your problem, you will be healed. I tell you, once you complete your root patterns and conflicting patterns, you become the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. I commit with you my integrity and authenticity. I am responsible for what I am uttering. Complete with your root pattern. Complete with your conflicting pattern. You will be able to achieve millions of things in your life. You will just live a divine life. Literally. Please understand. Don't think all these words you heard already many times. No. Now when I say, I mean it. आप में उपस्थिति अपूर्णता ये लगातार और अधिक अपूर्णत्वों का निर्माण करते हैं. पूर्णत्व वो स्थिति है जिसमें आप स्वयं दूसरों और ब्रह्मांड के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए. पहले अपूर्णता का मूल खोजिए, मूल विचारधारा की खोज कीजिए. मूल विचार उत्पन्न होती है जब आपके जीवन में किसी परिस्थिति में आप में शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव किया और उसे संभालने के लिए आपने अपनी भीतरी चावी से भिन्न अपना एक व्यक्तित्व बनाए. मूल विचारधारा जब पैदा होती है उसके बाद आप जीवित नहीं है, केवल मूल विचारधारा ही जीवित रहती है. पहले मूल विचारधारा से पूर्णत्व कीजिए, तभी आपका जीवन पुनः पाते हैं. I have a story about a root pattern. A taxi passenger just tapped the driver on the shoulder to ask him a question. The driver suddenly started screaming, lost control of the car, nearly hit a bus, went up to the footpath and stopped just centimeters from a shop window. For a second, everything was completely collapsed. After few moments, quiet moments in the cab, then the rear driver came back to his senses and asked the passenger, "Look man, don't ever do that again. You scared the daylights out of me. You scared the hell out of me. You terrorized me." The passenger apologized and said, "I did not realize that little tap would scare you so much." The driver replied, "Sorry man, it's not your fault. It's really not your fault. Today is my first day as a cab driver. For last 25 years, I was driving funeral van." Root pattern is like the driver. being tapped on the shoulder. The minute it comes out, your life is in chaos. A normal taxi driver will not have any problem if you tap on his shoulder. Sometime he will be looking at you and driving the vehicle, you only will have a problem. He will be very comfortable. But a funeral van driver, if you tap him behind, look at your life and see. The minute your root pattern is triggered, what happens to you? Your logic is lost. You jump higher than the driver. You touch the roof. You make idiotic decisions. I tell you, all the divorces, all the breaking of relationships, all the separation of the friends, family, business partners, all the sadness in the planet Earth starts only when the root patterns are triggered. All the wars between the countries, it is nothing but triggering the collective root pattern of that society. If Pakistan triggers the collective root pattern of Hindus and India, war is triggered. If India triggers some country's collective root pattern, war is triggered. Whether it is the war in the home or war in the communities, war between the countries, root pattern is responsible. Find the root pattern, complete with it. Incompletion at the level of a single individual piles up and becomes the incompletion at the level of society. Incompletions in the level of society piles up and becomes the incompletion in the level of large community. Incompletions in the level of large community piles up and becomes the incompletions of a whole country. Incompletions between countries leads and causes war. War is a result of incompletion. Whether war between you and you or war between the country and country is a result of incompletion which is there in a single human being. If somehow the Hitler has known the signs of completion, so many Jews would not have died. If the British governors came to India, know a little bit of completion, they would not have killed so many millions of Hindus in artificial forced famine. दर्शकों से ये मेरा अनुग्रह है, सभी मनुष्यों को ये मेरा विनम्र अनुरोध है, मेरी शिष्यों के ये मेरी आज्ञा है कि पूर्णत्व कीजिए। जो भी घटा, जो भी स्मृति आपको शक्तिहीनता का अनुभव देती है, उन सभी के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए। अपने विरोधी मूल विचारधाराओं के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए। आप जीवन में जो भी संघर्ष अनुभव करते हैं वो किसी मूल विचारधारा पर आधारित है। जब आप पूर्णत्व करते हैं, आप इस ब्रह्मांड का सबसे प्रिय उत्तराधिकारी बनते हैं। आप एक दैवी जीवन जिएंगे। आई टेल यू, इस पूरी पृथ्वी पर सभी युद्धों का मूल है मूल विचारधारा। I tell you, in my life, I have seen in my experience, once I completed with myself and others, I could see very clearly the way others respond to me spontaneously is transformed to good better and best. अगर आप युद्ध को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं तो पहले आपके मूल विचारधारा को पूर्णत्व क्रिया के द्वारा समाप्त कीजिए. The science of Purnatva, science of completion, is the most sacred secret, the most powerful Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya, royal sacred knowledge and royal sacred secret. I tell you, find your root pattern and complete it. When you do completion, creation will simply happen. Enriching will be just your lifestyle. When you do completion, simply you will create and enrich everyone. Enrich yourself and enrich everyone. You will understand enriching others enriches you. Experientially you will understand you are one with others, others are one with you. I wanted all of you to know, even in my own life, only after the science of completion entered, I realized Advaita is not just philosophy, it is a basic reality for lifestyle. It's a basic reality. Traffic rules are not philosophy. It's a basic day-to-day reality for you to run your life. Same way, Advaita is not philosophy. It is basic principles of reality to run your day-to-day life. एक अगले व्यक्ति की अपूर्णता बढ़कर समाज की अपूर्णता का निर्माण करता है. जब समाज की अपूर्णता बढ़ जाती है तब पूरा देश अपूर्ण होता है. पूरे देश की अपूर्णता ही युद्ध का कारण है. Understand, life starts only when you complete, when you are established in completion, in the completion. केवल पूर्णत्व से भी आपके जीवन आरंभ होता है. Complete, complete, complete with all the root patterns. Above all, complete with your self-doubting patterns. I tell you, you bring all the suffering, worst things in your life just because of your self-doubting pattern. If somebody can complete with their self-doubting pattern, they start living Jivan Mukti. Complete with your self-doubting pattern. When you have a very disempowering, powerless mamakara idea about you, just to compensate it for survival's sake, you project a powerful ahankara towards others, powerful image to others. That gap creates self-doubt in you. with the self-doubting pattern, you don't do anything good. You don't do anything higher. I tell you, somehow complete with self-doubting pattern. Only when you complete with your root pattern, you will be able to complete with self-doubting pattern. Whoever completes with the self-doubting pattern lives as a leader, lives as a hero, lives as Jivan Mukta. Again and again and again, I request, even if you forget all my teachings, all you learnt from all the spiritual books, all the spiritual satsangs, and all the spiritual knowledge you acquired, even if you forget everything, just remember this completion with yourself and others. You will live Jivan Mukti life. You will become enlightened. When you complete with yourself, the completion with others starts. When you complete with others, completion with yourself completes. Complete with the cosmos. Complete with your teacher. Complete with your master. Guru Purnima is the day to complete with your Guru and all the Gurus. The Guru Parampara. Just yesterday, I was talking to some of our organizers. Some of the so-called devotees or disciples. I told them, sometimes people utter these words. I understood Swamiji, only Swamiji has not understood me. The man who understood the whole cosmos did not understand you. Cannot understand you. What a foolish cognition you are established in. If you are thinking, how did it reach Swamiji? Be very clear, you are the one who said it. The man who understood the whole cosmos did not understand you. So you are beyond cosmos. You are bigger than cosmos. Complete the all incompletions you created with you and with the master. I tell you, when you complete with your boss, your job will be happy and successful. When you complete with your wife, your married life will be happy and successful. When you complete with all your family members, your family will be happy and successful. When you complete with your Guru, your spiritual life will be successful. Guru Purnima is the day to complete with the master. Complete with the Guru Parampara. Completing with the cosmos itself. Complete with life. Complete with cosmos. Complete with your fears. Complete with your self-doubts. Now I am going to define completion. Listen. After introducing enough about the need of completion, I am introducing the science of completion. Listen. Completion means sitting with all the disempowering cognitions and moments and incidents and the persons and places and objects and things, and with the declaration of completion, reliving and relieving the whole incident or the pattern or the cognition or the situation or the memory, reliving and relieving it again and again and again till you stop feeling powerlessness, till you are established in powerful cognition eternally, till you feel powerful all the time, always, till the powerlessness leaves you complete, complete, complete. Every night spend at least 42 minutes, 2 cycle. 1 cycle is 21 minutes, 2 cycle. 42 minutes spend in completion. In the completion, I tell you, in few days only you will understand the power of completion. So from today to from today to October 14th till Navaratri Vijayadasami, we will observe all over the world the season of completion again. Purnatva Rutu. From today to Navaratri Vijayadasami, traditionally Chaturmasya is observed from today to Navaratri. Chaturmasya Vrata is taken by all the sadhus, swamis. From today to Navaratri, Vijayadasami day, they celebrate Chaturmasya, means they will stay in one place and do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. They will not be wandering. Please understand. So this time, all our devotees, disciples, visitors, viewers, followers, let all of us observe Chaturmasya of Purnatva. 4 months of Purnatva. 4 months of Purnatva. Every night, before you fall asleep, at least 42 minutes, we will do completion with ourselves, completion with others, completion with the world, completion with the cosmos, completion with life. How many of you are ready to commit with me? Raise your hand. So repeat this commitment. Hereby, with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching, I declare, I commit to be complete. I will establish myself in the completion. Every night, at least 42 minutes, I'll spend in the completion process. And by Navaratri, Vijayadasami of this year, I'll establish myself in completion. Tatastu. I give you all my blessings. Let you all be established in the completion. Understand? Whole day, whoever you have incompletion, try to reach out to them and complete. Complete, complete, complete. आपके सभी मूल विचारधाराओं से लगातार पूर्णत्व कीजिए. पूर्णत्व करने से आप ये अनुभव करेंगे कि आप दूसरों से अलग नहीं है. अद्वैत कोई तत्व ज्ञान नहीं है. ये एक सरल और सीधा व्यवहारिक जीवन और जीवन शैली है. हर रात कम से कम 42 मिनट पूर्णत्व कीजिए. आज से लेकर विजयदशमी के दिवस तक इस चातुर्मास में पूर्णत्व का व्रत कीजिए, व्रत लीजिए. Understand? You would have taken so many vratas and left it incomplete. May not have fulfilled, may not have completed. Now, vrata about completion, don't leave it incomplete. That will be too bad. So decide to complete, 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 complete. Have a mirror for completion in your bedroom. When you start doing first 2-3 days, you will feel bored. You will feel tired. But it's okay. Do it. Do it. Then you will understand the power of completion. Power of completion. It can heal any disease in your body and mind. Understand? The words I am uttering, I am responsible for it. The completion process can heal any disease in your body and mind. And आज ये घोषणा कीजिए कि इस क्षण से लेकर विजयदशमी के दिवस तक मैं पूर्णत्व स्थिति में स्थापित रहूंगा. मैं आप सबको आशीर्वाद देता हूं कि इस पूर्णत्व यज्ञ में आप सफल हो. अद्वैत, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. ध्यान से सुनिए. द नॉलेज ऑफ अद्वैत, knowledge of Advaita becomes living reality in you. With completion, you conquer all fears with